Welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this right now, there's a very good chance you're tired of feeling stuck. Tired of feeling unmotivated and tired of telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, only to repeat the same cycle again. Well, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how to overcome laziness, from what psychology says, to real-life examples, to a step-by-step journey that will finally help you create the momentum you've been craving. But before we get into it, take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss powerful, life-changing videos like this. Let's dive right in. Let's be honest, we've all had days where we felt lazy. Days where even basic tasks felt overwhelming. Doing the laundry? Too much. Answering emails? Tomorrow. Starting that personal project? Next week. Definitely next week. Most of us have been taught that laziness means we're not trying hard enough. That something is wrong with us. But the truth is far more interesting and far more freeing. According to many psychologists, including perspectives published by the American Psychological Association, laziness is often a defense mechanism, not a character flaw. Your brain will avoid tasks when you're overwhelmed, when you're stressed, when you're afraid of failing, when you don't know where to start, or when you feel disconnected from your purpose. Think of your mind as trying to protect you from discomfort, even if the comfort is actually hurting your progress. You don't lack discipline, you lack emotional clarity. And that's okay. That means laziness is not a personality trait, it's a signal, a message, a warning system. And as Lao Tzu beautifully put it, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Not 100 steps, not a perfect step, one step. And this video is yours. Now let's talk about Alex from Manchester. Alex wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't unmotivated. He wasn't incapable. He was simply overwhelmed. For years, he worked in tech support, long hours, constant calls, customers wanting problems solved instantly. Day after day, he would finish work feeling mentally drained. When he got home, he did what many of us do. He collapsed on the sofa, scrolled on his phone, promised himself he'd start improving tomorrow, then went to bed later than planned. And every night, he'd say, I'll go to the gym tomorrow. I'll clean the house this weekend. I'll start that online course after payday. I'll fix my life when I feel ready. But readiness never came. Then came the day everything changed. It was a typical rainy Tuesday morning, the kind where Manchester feels like it is covered in a permanent gray filter. Alex's alarm rang, and he hit snooze. Twice. 3 times. Suddenly he looked at the time. He was late. Not just a few minutes late, but disastrously late. His boss had called. His team had messaged. The meeting he was supposed to lead had already started. Panic hit him hard. He threw on clothes, grabbed his bag, ran out the door, and sprinted to the tram stop near Piccadilly Gardens. It was raining heavily. People rushed past him. The wind cut right through his jacket, and then something happened. As he stood there, soaked, stressed, and embarrassed, he had what many people call a moment of clarity. He thought, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep disappointing myself. In that moment, cold, wet, and exhausted, Alex made a decision. A small one, but a real one. A decision to change. Here's the truth about motivation. It's unreliable. It comes and goes. And if you build your life around motivation, you will fail. As Olympian Jim Ryan said, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Alex realized that waiting to feel ready was the reason he stayed stuck. So he stopped relying on motivation and started focusing on tiny habits. He didn't start with 1-hour workouts, cleaning his entire flat, or studying for 2 hours a night. That would have been overwhelming. Instead, he started absurdly small. 5 minutes of exercise, 3 minutes of cleaning, 1 short video lesson a day. These steps were so small his brain didn't resist them. And here's the psychological magic. When you complete a tiny task, your brain releases a small amount of dopamine, the reward chemical. Dopamine builds momentum. Momentum builds consistency. Consistency builds transformation. Within 2 weeks, Alex wasn't a new man. But he wasn't the same man either. He was moving, growing, changing. One of the most powerful lessons from behavioral psychology is this. Your environment determines your habits more than your motivation does. Alex realized his environment was working against him. So he redesigned it to make good habits easy and bad habits hard. Here's what he did. First, he placed his gym clothes next to his bed. When he woke up, they were the first thing he saw. It was a visual cue, a reminder of who he wanted to become. Second, he moved his phone charger across the room. This forced him to physically get out of bed to turn off his alarm. No more snoozing. No more scrolling in bed. Third, he cleaned his desk. He removed the clutter, the piles of paper, empty glasses, old receipts. He made his workspace feel fresh, open, and inviting. Fourth, he prepared ready-to-go meals. Healthy choices became convenient choices. These small environment changes lowered resistance. And when resistance goes down, progress goes up. If you want more videos on productivity, discipline, and focus, make sure you're subscribed. Trust me, you'll love what's coming next. Here's a crucial truth. What you call laziness might actually be low energy, both physical and emotional. Most people try to force themselves to be productive without addressing the real issue. They re-exhausted. Alex learned this the hard way. He wasn't lazy, he was burned out. So he made 3 life-changing adjustments. He prioritized sleep. He set a strict bedtime. He reduced screen time. He replaced doom scrolling with reading or calming music. He added a daily walk, just 10 to 15 minutes. Fresh air, movement, a reset for the mind, and he stopped relying on takeaways. He cooked simple, nutritious meals that gave him real energy. And slowly his energy returned. Tasks that once felt impossible suddenly felt manageable because he had the mental and physical fuel to handle them. Here's where everything shifted. Alex wasn't just building habits. He was building identity. Psychiatrist Viktor Frankl famously said that people can endure almost anything if they have a strong enough why. So Alex asked himself powerful questions. Why do I want to improve? Who am I trying to become? What kind of life do I want in 5 years? What do I want to look back on and feel proud of? And the truth hit him. He didn't want to be more productive. He wanted to trust himself again. He wanted to feel capable. He wanted to stop breaking promises to himself. He wanted a life he could be proud of. When your why becomes bigger than your excuses, your transformation begins. Overcoming laziness isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even in small ways, every day. Alex still had days where he felt tired, days where he slipped, days where he was tempted to go back to old habits. But the difference now was consistency. He celebrated small wins. He forgave himself for slip-ups. He kept moving forward, not quickly, not perfectly, but persistently. And he discovered something life-changing. Action creates motivation. Not the other way around. You don't wait for motivation. You create it through action, even tiny action. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a boost today. Your support truly means the world, and it helps this channel continue creating life-changing content for you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, your life doesn't change in one giant leap. It changes in the small steps you commit to every single day. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your entire world transform. I'll see you in the next video.